Oh, geez, guys, where do I start? It's been one of the most incredible, intense, and really confronting weeks of my life. So I'm going to tell you the story a little bit. We got married the other week. We had a house full of people from all around the world, including my son, who got stranded in Melbourne on his way over from New Zealand. He ended up dislocating his shoulder, ended up in hospital, and finally made it back home again in one piece. So that's good news. There was a lot of people over here at the moment with Bali belly or gastric problems, and in fact quite a few of the wedding guests, I don't know if we all infected each other or whatever, but there was a lot of people getting knocked over from bad tummy problems and having to call the local doctors. And once you've called the local doctor, it can be a fairly expensive exercise. I know someone was offered for IV treatment and antibiotics and all the rest of it, home visits and whatnot. It was getting close to $400 or $600. So don't leave it too long. If you've been crook for a couple of days, get it seen to. So we haven't actually had a chance to even go on a honeymoon yet. We've finally got rid of all her house guests. Not that we weren't so happy to see them, but it's just trying to go back into the routine, having my office back together so I can start putting my vlogs together and start doing editing again. I have so many vlogs, including the videos of the wedding procession where we left the Edge Resort and came down to Jimbaran. That's a video all in itself. And I've also got a little bit of bad news. So for those of you who follow me on Facebook, you'll probably have heard by now, but a really close friend of mine, Steve Morris, who is the guy that's been doing the water filtration. He's been up to the village of Ban with me. He's been helping people in much more underprivileged situations as many to give them fresh drinking water. Well, unfortunately, earlier this week he passed away from a medical event, and it was tragic. It was absolutely unexpected. He missed the wedding. I went over to see him, see how he was, and he was lying on the bed. Well, we thought he had a stroke. He was in a horrible way. We raced him to hospital, and unfortunately, after a few days of intensive care and trying everything they could to try to help him, he ended up passing away. So I'm really sorry that I haven't been keeping up my regular vlogs. I know that you guys all, I've been getting messages, Muzza, is everything okay? Well, mostly it is. We're also trying to plan a honeymoon, and look, I'll probably be more likely to vlog that because it's not as confronting, it's not as difficult spending day after day at the hospital and checking up on your mates and my other mates too. I've got a heap of mates over here, and there's a few of them that aren't young fellas anymore. So part of caring for other people is caring for a lot of other people, and it's nice to be able to help. It's pretty horrible things to have to do sometimes, and it was lovely that his family was over here in time to say goodbye and to spend a few minutes with him. His kids managed to get here and see him before he passed away, but he was in a coma, so he wasn't able to communicate. But it's been a tough week, real tough. So I'll let you know, the next thing that's stopping me going away on a honeymoon is Fee, as you know, runs a cafeteria at the local high school, and they're on the summer vacation at the moment. They don't go back till sort of the early to mid-January, July, sorry. So she's asked me to help redecorate. She saw what we did to the kitchen here, and she said, can we redecorate the canteen? Because it was wooden benches and makeshift tables and a little bit of wallpaper to make it look pretty. But with what she saw me do to our own kitchen, she said, that's exactly what I want. So guess what I've been busy doing for the last few days? We've got two benches. They go unpack into an L shape. We've got some nice ceramic tiles for the top. We've got a nice ply surface. We've even got a nice big semi-commercial stove and oven for her, so that she can actually prepare a lot more meals, and it's going to go into a beautiful kitchen space for her. So I'm about to get one of those, they call it Go Box. Now you've heard of people talk about Go Jacks, and there's little grab vehicles where you can have a bike or a car. Well, they've also got a little 2-ton or 1-ton little box ute, little black Suzukis that run around everywhere, and it's called a Go Box. So you rent one of these little Go Boxes, comes with a driver, and if you need someone with a bit of muscle, you can get an assistant as well. and they'll pick something up from wherever you need and drop it up the road. And it's not that expensive. It's maybe $5 or $10 from here to the school, but it's certainly not. It's not going to fit on the back of a motorbike. So we're just getting the tools ready. Fee's up at the school, emptying the whole canteen out so we can go back in and work out where it needs to go, measure it all up, clean the whole place out, and then put the new benches in, do some tiling around the back, and get ready for school. So as soon as the canteen is ready and operational again, we can duck out. We're going to go for a few days, and at this stage I'm looking at maybe going somewhere close, but somewhere a little bit different in their culture. And what I found is one of the nicest places with one of the most incredible menus is Vietnam. So we're going to spend a few days in Vietnam. It's not going to be a huge, big, long one. We've got Jonathan back here. I've got people staying here looking after him, or he's going to be looking after them, one of the two. Someone's got to look after the puppy anyway. And so, look, I tell you what, we have been absolutely flat out busy. It's been massive to see all of my friends coming over for the wedding, my family that were able to get here. And most of my friends are family, to be honest. Damo's still over here at the moment. He's been running around with his family as well. And oh, I tell you what, it's a busy time of year, and the weather's been just magic, nice and hot and steamy. I don't know what the weather's like where you are, but I bet you the beer's colder here than the temperatures out there. Oh, and we've been through a couple of beers, I must say. But yeah, I think we all need to stop. I really, really need to do a vlog about insurance, especially travel insurance. There's some things have happened since we've been spending so much time in hospital, where guests or visitors have turned up in hospital and they're either unconscious and they can't tell you where their insurance is, or there's no one with them to say yes, he's insured. So they might be fully insured, but if there's no way of knowing if they are, the hospital won't touch them. They will not operate on them. They'll leave them sit there and basically let them pass away because it's too expensive. And we're talking at least $5,000 to $10,000 a night in a bed in hospital, depending on the level of care and what you need done. So I tell you what, if you're coming over to Bali, or if you're traveling internationally without travel insurance, you're really putting your life in your own hands, and you're putting your family at risk of having to pay tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars to try and get you back home again. So I don't want to make a really negative comment. It's been a big week. Bear with me. I will fill you in. I've been doing vlogs. I just haven't had a chance to sit down and edit them. I've just been flat out busy trying to get everything ready, trying to catch our breath with the post-wedding, everything, and the madness of all of that. It was phenomenal. Everyone's support was just overwhelming. And since then, it's been a little bit overwhelming. Is probably the best word to use, but I'm confronting. Where to go? So I really need a few days away, to be honest. Fee and I have had a lot of people here, and it'd be nice just the two of us to start our married life off with just a nice bit of peace and quiet. Maybe a trip up the Mekong Delta or something. I don't know. We'll find somewhere to just sit back and relax and just do a bit of sightseeing and go to somewhere that neither of us have ever been before, and come back a little bit fresh, a little bit new, and a bit ready for the new school year, because it's going to be madness again. She's going to be starting within days of getting back. She's back at her 4 a.m. starts, cooking, and at least now with a bigger kitchen and much more cupboard space or bench space, and a lot more organisation, she's going to be able to do it a lot easier, hopefully a little bit more efficiently, which can convert to a bit more cash flow. But hey, listen, we've got to try this. Over here, the one thing you find is the locals, they'll try anything. They really, really are hard-working people that will just get in and just do it until it works, come up with a formula and make sure it happens. So that's where we're at. I've got so many stories about donations, about where we're going with our foundation, what we're doing with helping other people. There's a million things to talk about, but today I just want to pop in quickly and say, g'day guys, we're okay, we're safe, we're healthy. It's been a very, very interesting, incredible, difficult and stressful couple of weeks, but we're looking forward to a little holiday. So I'm going to get as many videos as I can posted, and I might do a few live vlogs from Vietnam or on that journey, because I don't have to edit them, but I'm going to try and catch up as much as I can. So listen, the videos that are going to come up after these ones are not necessarily going to be in sequence. They're as quick and as fast as I can get them. I'm still waiting for some of our wedding guests to send me some footage. As you probably know, we had an audio problem in the ceremony. So if anyone that was at the wedding is watching this and they've got a full version of the audio from the wedding, can you please send me a copy so I can finish doing the wedding video? Hey guys, love your work, love your support. We'll see you soon, and thanks for everything you've done. Cheers guys.